Have you ever wondered who you really are? Not what kind of person you are, but where you came from. I lived 25 years with a woman I called my mother. I loved her. I trusted her. And then, in a moment, everything I knew about myself collapsed. I put the photo down. I read. My mother, I still call her that, was in the hospital 2 weeks ago. She had terminal cancer. The doctor said she didn't have much time left, and before she left, she told me a truth. A truth that destroyed everything I ever believed. She wasn't my real mother. I was kidnapped. She kidnapped me when I was only 6 months old. She was the maid in my family's house. And she stole me because she had lost her own child. And in her grief, she took me. She took me from my parents. And I lived 25 years in poverty, while my parents were suffering, searching for me. I spent a week processing everything. A week looking back at my life. And a week deciding whether I wanted to meet my real parents. But I made a decision. And that's the story I'm about to tell you. The story of 2 mothers. One who loved me for 25 years but stole me. And one who searched for me for 25 years but never had the chance to love me. My Aunt Margaret's small apartment. She, an older, tired woman, is cooking. I, a child about 5 years old, am playing on the floor. The apartment is poor, but full of love. I grew up in a small apartment in the slums. My mother, Margaret, did every job to support me. Washing dishes, cleaning, sewing. She never complained. She always said I was her most precious gift. I didn't know that gift was actually something she had stolen. I, around 10, crying because schoolmates made fun of me. Margaret holds me, comforting me. Mom, why do they say I'm not your daughter? Why do they say I don't look like you? Margaret looks at me, tears in her eyes, but she forces a smile. Don't listen to them. You're my daughter. I love you more than my own life. That's all that matters. I look at Margaret, believing her words. I believed her. I believed her for 25 years. She was all I had. She sacrificed everything for me. She worked herself to exhaustion so I could study, and I loved her. I loved her like a daughter loves a mother, but I didn't know that love was built on a lie. Margaret, much older, sitting on a hospital bed. I, 25, sit beside her, holding her hand. She is very weak, but her eyes are full of love. That was the day she told me the truth. I sat by her bedside. I told her everything would be okay. And she looked at me with an expression I'd never seen. The expression of someone who had carried S. Eckert for too long. Margaret squeezes my hand. Lily, my dear, I need to tell you something. Something I've hidden from you for 25 years. You'll hate me. You'll never forgive me, but I can't leave without telling you the truth. I look at Margaret, confused. What are you talking about? You can tell me anything. I could never hate you. Margaret burst into tears, voice choked. You're not my biological daughter. I kidnapped you. When you were only 6 months old, I stole you from your real family. I was their maid, and I took you because I had lost my own child. She died in my arms and I couldn't bear it. I saw you. And I took you. I ran away. I stole your life. I'm paralyzed. I can't speak. My face goes pale. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't speak. I just sat there looking at the woman I called mother, and my world collapsed. All the memories, all the sacrifices, all the love, it was all built on a lie. I wasn't her daughter. I was a stolen child. Hospital. I stand outside Margaret's room. I don't know what to do. I'm crying, but trying to stay calm. I spent the whole night trying to process everything. I walked for hours in the rain. I screamed in an empty park. I called Margaret. I asked her what my real name was. And she told me, my name is Lily Anderson, and my parents, they had been searching for me. For 25 years. I sit in a coffee shop, laptop open, I search online. I find an old newspaper article. Wealthy family loses 6-month-old daughter $10 million reward. My face goes pale. I found that article at 3 a.m. A wealthy family in Manhattan. They had lost their 6-month-old daughter, and they were offering a $10 million reward for anyone who found her. They had spent 25 years searching for me, and I had been living in poverty. Just a few miles away, my mother, Margaret, had hidden me right under their noses. I close the laptop, leaving the coffee shop. I make a decision. I decided I needed to meet them. I needed to see my real parents. Not because I wanted money, not because I was angry, but because I needed to understand. I needed to know who they were. And I needed to tell them that I had lived, that I had survived, and that I had been loved. I stand in front of a large mansion in Manhattan. I take a deep breath, ring the bell, standing in front of that door. I didn't know what awaited me. Would they accept me? Would they hate me? Would they think I was a scammer? But I came. I came because I needed answers. And I got more than I expected. The door opens, Eleanor stands there. She looks at me, her face changing. She recognizes me immediately. Her eyes widen, tears begin to flow. Oh my God, you're Lily. You're my daughter? I can see my husband's face in you. I can see our family in you. 25 years I've been searching for you. Where have you been? I'm paralyzed. I don't know what to say. Eleanor hugs me, sobbing. I don't know what to say. I was raised by a woman named Margaret. She told me she was the family's maid, and she kidnapped me. I only found out the truth a week ago. I don't know what to do. I just wanted to meet you. Richard comes out from inside. Seeing me, he freezes. He approaches, trembling hand touching my cheek. You have a small birthmark behind your ear. I remember it. The last night I saw you, I kissed that birthmark. I never forgot. For 25 years, I never forgot. I touched behind my ear. I never noticed, but now I know. In that moment, I knew I had found my real family. Not because of the big house, not because of the money, but because of the way they looked at me, the way they loved me from the first moment. I wasn't raised by them, but I was born to them, and they had been waiting for me for 25 years. Richard and Eleanor's living room, the family sits together. I tell them about my life. They listen in tears. I told them everything about Margaret, about our poor life, about the nights she stayed awake sewing, about the meals she gave up for me. And they listened. They weren't angry. They didn't blame. They just cried, because they knew I had been loved, and that brought them some relief. Eleanor holds my hand. We thought you might have died. We thought you might have been sold. We thought the worst. But you're here, you're alive, you're strong, and you're beautiful. That's all we needed. Detective Mark visits me. He's investigating the kidnapping case. He has evidence confirming I am the missing child. Lily, we've confirmed the DNA. You are Lily Anderson. Your parents reported you missing in 1999, and we found evidence that Margaret kidnapped you. We'll arrest her. But is there anything you want to say? I look at the detective, my eyes full of emotion. I don't want her to be sent to prison. I know she did something wrong. But she was my mother. She loved me for 25 years. She sacrificed everything for me. I know she has to face justice. But please, give me time. I need to talk to her first. Detective Mark nods, looking at me with compassion. You have 48 hours. After that, we have to arrest her. I know it's a difficult situation, but justice must be served. Hospital. Margaret lies on the bed, very weak. I walk into the room. The atmosphere is heavy. I went to see Margaret one last time. I didn't know what I would say. I didn't know if I could forgive, but I knew I needed to go, because I loved her, and I needed to say goodbye properly. I sit beside Margaret's bed. She is very weak, her eyes closed, but when she feels me beside her, she opens her eyes. Lily, you came. I thought you wouldn't come. I deserve to be hated. I did a terrible thing. I stole you from your family. I made you live a poor life. Do you hate me? I hold Margaret's hand, tears falling. Mom, I can't hate you. I want to hate you. I tried to hate you, but I can't, because you were my mother. You raised me, you loved me, you protected me. I can't hate you just because you were wrong. Margaret cries, her hand trembling. Have you met your real parents? Are they good? Do they love you? I've met them. They're good people. They loved me from the first moment. They searched for me for 25 years. I have a new family, but I still have you. I still have you here. I will never forget that. Margaret squeezes my hand. I don't deserve you. I don't deserve your love. But I love you. I loved you from the first moment I saw you. You were my light. You were my reason to live. And I will forever be grateful to have had you in my life. I hug Margaret, both cry. It's the last time we're together. 1 week later, Margaret passed away. She died in peace. She received my forgiveness, and I was reunited with my birth family, but I still carried her love in my heart. I still carried 25 years of memories, and I would never forget the woman who raised me. 1 year later, I am living with Richard and Eleanor. I have a new job, a new life. I'm happy, but never forgets the past. A year later, my life had completely changed. I had a new family. I had birth parents who loved me. I had a bright future, but I also had a foster mother who taught me how to love. And I learned that family isn't always blood. Sometimes family is the ones who raised you, Sometimes, family is the ones who loved you. I stand in the park, holding a bouquet. I approach a grave, Margaret's resting place. I lay the bouquet down, sit beside the grave. Mom, I forgave you. I forgave you a long time ago. I can't live in anger. I can't live in regret. I chose to love, and I want you to know that even though you did wrong, I'm still grateful to you. Because you gave me a life, because you loved me, and because you taught me how to forgive. I stand up, looking into the distance. Richard and Eleanor are standing at the end of the park, waiting for me. They smile at me. I learned that life isn't always fair, but I learned that love can overcome everything. I had two mothers, one who gave birth to me, one who raised me. Both loved me in their own way. And I will forever be grateful to both. I walk toward my birth parents. They hug me. All three cry in each other's arms. I tease a warm scene full of love. In the end, I found the answer to the question, who am I? I'm Lily. I'm the daughter of Richard and Eleanor. I'm also the daughter of Margaret. I'm a combination of past and present. Of love and loss. Of forgiveness and reunion. And I learned that it doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is where you choose to go. And I chose love. I chose forgiveness. And I chose happiness. I look toward Margaret's grave, then turn to my birth parents. I take their hands. My story isn't a story of revenge. It's not a story of anger. It's a story of love, of forgiveness, and of finding your family. No matter what that means, and I found my family, two families. Two mothers and a heart big enough to love them all. Family isn't the one who gave birth to you. It's the one who loves you. And sometimes, you can have more than one family.
Thank you so much for listening. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.